Hello friends, I am Dr. Vijay Tangde, working as Assistant Professor at Postgraduate Teaching Department of Chemistry of Rashtrapati Tukadoji Maharaj Nagpur University, Nagpur. Friends, today we will discuss Le-Chatelier's principle. The flow of lecture will go like statement of Le-Chatelier's principle, then how to use Le-Chatelier's principle under various conditions, important outcomes of Le-Chatelier principle's conditions, and then conclusion. Basically, this presentation explains what is Le Chatelier's principle, how to apply it to reactions in a state of dynamic equilibrium and their outcomes. It covers changes to the position of equilibrium if you change concentration, pressure or temperature. What is the statement of Le Chatelier's principle? If a dynamic equilibrium is disturbed, by changing the conditions, the position of equilibrium moves to counteract the change. What does it mean? Suppose you have an equilibrium established between four substances A, B, C and D. If A and B are mixed to form C and D under a dynamic equilibrium, Le Chatelier's principle gives us an opportunity to understand its behavior when you move or change the conditions of concentration or temperature or pressure. Let us now see what would happen if you change the condition by increasing the concentration of A. According to Le Chatelier, the position of equilibrium will move in such a way as to counteract the change. That means that the position of equilibrium will move so that the concentration of A decreases again by reacting it with B and turning it into C and D. The position of equilibrium thus move towards right. This is a way of converting the maximum possible amount of B into C and D. You may use it, for example, if B was relatively expensive and A was cheaper and plentiful. This way we can convert as much as possible B into products C and D. Hereafter, what would happen if you change the condition by decreasing the concentration of A, other way around? According to Le Chatelier, in this situation, the position of equilibrium will move so that the concentration of A increases again. That means the more C and D will react to replace the A that has been removed. The position of equilibrium thus will move towards left. This is what happens when you remove one of the products of the reaction as soon as it formed. If, for example, you removed C as soon as it was formed, the position of equilibrium will move to the right to replace it. If you kept on removing it, the equilibrium position would keep on moving rightwards, thus turning the reaction into one way. Secondly, what would happen if you changed the pressure? According to Le Chatelier, the position of equilibrium will move in such a way as to counteract the change. That means the position of equilibrium will move so that the pressure is reduced again. Pressure is caused by gas molecules hitting the sides of their container. The more molecules you have in the container, the higher the pressure will be. The system can reduce the pressure by reacting it in such a way as to produce fewer molecules. In this case, there are 3 molecules on the left hand side of the equation, but only 2 on the right. By forming more C and D, the system causes the pressure to reduce. Increasing the pressure on a gas reaction shifts to the position of equilibrium towards the side with fewer molecules. That means the reaction will proceed towards right. Now, what would happen if you change the condition by decreasing the pressure? The equilibrium will move in such a way that the pressure increases again. It can do that by reducing or producing more molecule. In this case, the position of equilibrium will move towards the left hand side of the reaction. Now you will say, what will happen if there are same number of molecules on both sides of the equilibrium reaction? In this case, increasing the pressure has no effect whatsoever on the position of the equilibrium, because you have the same numbers of molecules on both sides, the equilibrium can't move in any way that will reduce the pressure again. Now let us see what will happen when you change the temperature. Using Le Chatelier principle with a change in temperature will require the knowledge of whether the heat is given out or absorbed during the reaction. Assume that our forward reaction is exothermic, that means heat is evolved. The present reaction shows that 250 kilojoule is evolved in the forward direction, hence the negative sign. When 1 mole of A reacts completely with 2 moles of B to give 1 mole of C and D each. Similarly, the back reaction, the conversion of C and D into A and B would be endothermic by exactly the same amount. If we change the temperature, what would happen? According to Le Chatelier, the position of equilibrium will move in such a way as to counteract the change. That means that the position of equilibrium will move so that the temperature is reduced again. Suppose the system is in equilibrium at 300 degrees centigrade and you increase the temperature to 500 degrees centigrade. How can the reaction counteract the change you have made? How can it cool itself down again? To cool down, it needs to absorb the extra heat that you have just put in. In the case we are looking at, the back reaction absorbs heat. The position of equilibrium therefore moves to the left. The new equilibrium mixture contains more A and B and less C and D. If you are aiming to make as much as C and D as possible, increasing the temperature on a reversible reaction where the forward reaction is exothermic isn't a good idea. Now, what would happen if you change the condition by decreasing the temperature? The equilibrium will move in such a way that the temperature increases again. Suppose the system is in equilibrium at 500 degrees centigrade and you reduce the temperature to 400 degrees centigrade. The reaction will tend to heat itself again to return to the original temperature. It can do by favoring the exothermic reaction. The position of equilibrium will move to the right. More A and B are converted into C and D at the lower temperature. So all in all, let us try to summarize the application of Le Chatelier's principle under the conditions of varying concentration, pressure and temperature. What we have studied? We have seen that the position of equilibrium moves towards product if the concentration of reactant increases. Secondly, the position of equilibrium moves towards reactants if the concentration of reactant decreases. In case of pressure change, the position of equilibrium moves towards product if the pressure increases, whereas the position of equilibrium moves towards reactant if the pressure decreases. In case of temperature change, we have observed that increasing the temperature of a system in a dynamic equilibrium favors the endothermic reaction. The system counteracts the change you have made by absorbing the extra heat, whereas decreasing the temperature of a system in a dynamic equilibrium favors the exothermic reaction. The system counteracts the change you have made by producing the heat. That's it for today, friends. Thank you.